Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled People. In today's episode, Karen thinks she can have free use of my truck. Entitled lady claims woman with child is a terrorist, I take the hit. Two Karens cancel each other out. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Karen thinks she can have free use of my truck. A few years ago, I had a side hustle on my days off. My job had a rotational schedule where I worked 2 weeks then got 2 weeks off. I made plenty of money at my job, but it didn't hurt to make a little extra cash. I was in essence a tour guide, but for the region I lived in. I didn't have any planned tours, but usually just took people to see neat places that they would not know about or think to go to. I was adamant about getting paid up front. And customers signed an agreement saying that made guarantees to protect my truck from messes or damage. Never had any issues fortunately, and people always enjoyed the places I showed them. Except for one family. They seemed friendly enough when I was having them sign a contract and collecting my fee. I should mention my fee was $15 per hour plus $75, $35 if it was a half day. This covered a tank of fuel, plus paid for my time shuttling you around. I also kept a cooler with free water and some limited snacks. You were paying for my knowledge of the region, plus knowledge about the area's history and such. Plenty of times I had customers tell me, "I've never seen so much cool stuff in one day. You could maybe find something cheaper," but I didn't care. Once money changed hands with this family, the attitude changed. They began treating me like I was a second-class citizen. But I had their money, so I didn't care. I drove them around to some of the most beautiful scenery you can find. It's rare people are left speechless by these places, and never have I seen someone not be impressed. Until now, every place I showed them they just seemed disappointed. One of the places was a ski town popular with a lot of celebrities, not Aspen, and they were just like, it's okay. I can't deny I was a little offended by their indifference, but whatever. They were never outright rude during the day, but were surprised when I didn't buy lunch for them. As I said, "You're paying for my time, food is on you." But when I got back to town and dropped them off at their hotel, it got interesting. The wife says, "You can just park in the back and leave the keys at the desk. Tell them they are for the Smith family." Me, "I'm sorry, what?" "Wife, this truck, just park it in the back. We might use it later." Me, "This is my truck. I'm not leaving it here, that's not part of the deal." Wife, "Oh please, there is no way you can own a vehicle like this. It obviously belongs to your company." Me, "I do this job self-employed, on May days off from my regular job. I assure you, this is my truck. I can show you my name on the title." Wife, "Young man, I had just turned 30, if you don't do as you're told I will be forced to call your boss." Me, "You mean me? I am my boss." Wife, "Okay, smart, get your boss on the phone, right now." I thought about just driving off, it's 8 p.m., but then had a better idea. I called my supervisor at my real job. We'll call him Dan. Dan has been in the oil field for 14 years and could be quite the cusser. Good supervisor, he knew what I did on my days off and even sent people my way a few times. He answered and I just said, "One of my clients is demanding to speak with my boss, so here she is," and handed her my phone. Wife, sounding smug, "I tried to tell your driver to leave the truck here so we could use it, but he lied and said he owns it." I could hear him yelling, "Are you stupid?" I didn't discern anything else, but I know he gave her a good thrashing. She just walked to the window, handed me my phone and said, "He wants to talk to you," then walked away. Boss, that fix your problem? Me, "Yeah, thanks Dan." Boss, "Anytime brother." It looks like boss got the family fired, lol. That must have felt good. Also, even if it was your company's car, still would not entitle Karen to the vehicle. Don't really understand the logic there, which I guess is a good sign for me. Especially if it wasn't his vehicle, she wouldn't be entitled to drive it. He would be responsible for anything that might have happened to it. Especially if it was a company's car, it would have been irresponsible to trust the client to not damage the vehicle. Don't know why she thought a competent supervisor would trust her with the keys to a car she doesn't own. Love your boss. Love your attitude. Thanks for the laugh. I needed it today. I'm pleased that I could make your day a little better. That lady's logic makes zero sense. That's like me telling the cab driver to leave his cab at the hotel. WTF? This lady must not get out much. Your boss from your other job is awesome. People are so bizarre. I wonder if they assume a tour bus would double as their private party bus too, lol. Entitled lady claims woman with child is a terrorist, I take the hit. Okay, so I work at a large chain grocery store in a well-to-do area. Our customers, while a lot may look like typical Karens, are actually really nice and amazing people. That being said, I was racking carts and I hear this lady on the phone behind me. I don't know why they come to this country, they can barely even speak the language. I'm behind on right now who's probably a terrorist. I look in the window reflection and I can see that she's walking behind a young woman in a hijab who has a small child. The young woman just put her son in a cart and I can see that she looks like she's about to cry. So I decide, F***ck it, I'll take the hit for her. I spin around to Karen. Oi! I take bloody exception to that. Just because I'm Irish does not mean I am or ever was in the IRA. I look at both Karen and the young woman. Both were speechless and all Karen does is point at the young woman. So I continue me to the young woman, you saw that, didn't you? This lady just called me a bloody terrorist. I might speak Gaelic and wear a Catholic cross. I might even be from Ireland. And I'm bloody proud. But I am not a terrorist. At this point my manager walks over to see what all the fuss is about. This lady just called me a terrorist. Turns to the young woman, you heard her call me that too, right? My manager looks at the young woman and instantly catches on. He tells Karen that that kind of conduct is not okay in our store, no matter who it's directed at or why, and that she needs to leave. Karen, still speechless, just walks out. I turn to the young woman. I do apologize about the yelling, ma'am, but I'm proud of who I am. If you need anything while you're shopping, just let me or one of my co-workers know. The woman thanks me and pushes her cart away while sporting the biggest grin. My manager then makes the comment, entertainment tonight -$0. Teaching Karen a lesson about discrimination, $0. Seeing that young woman walking away sporting a grin like the Cheshire Cat, priceless. Hugs from an internet great-grandma. Can I get one too? My real grandma is a psychological terrorist. You are a good person and have good karma heading your way. Like a hero, you threw yourself over a bigot grenade to help others. Kudos to you, my man. This is the best way to deal with racists. Bigot for sure, but we don't know she was a racist or not. Probably, because bigots tend to be, but unsure. Just perfect. Your manager's summation is accurate. I love this. Such an excellent way of handling that kind of hate. I love you. I think that was brilliant and well done, but I don't see a lot of love for the manager. He caught on and played along easily. Two Karens cancel each other out. A rare battle of the Karens, young Karen, YK, and old Karen, okay. YK was petty, annoying, but nothing too serious. Her thing was borrowing other people's property without permission. Office chair, things in the refrigerator, that sort of thing. OK was over the top vicious. One day YK ate something in the refrigerator that was OK's. OK waited until YK was in a meeting, then went into YK's cube and got a credit card and car keys. She called a tow truck, said her car wouldn't start and had it towed to the dealer, charged it to YK's credit card, then pretended to know nothing about it. Too bad someone else saw the whole thing and ratted her out. This kind of crosses the line from Karen to absolute psycho. And identity theft as well as actual theft of the car keys. I hope the police got involved. Yeah, I despise food thieves, but escalating from that to grand theft auto is just unhinged. Yeah, that's crime. That's a crime. That's beyond Karen. That's convict. So YK isn't a criminal? I know two wrongs don't make a right. What justice should be metered out to a pathetic thief? Thievery in a workplace is the lowest form, and the thief is doing something so egregious there should be some retribution. If not this, then what? I mean, YK was obviously wrong for stealing someone else's food. Perhaps this is how OK justified it in her mind, but how did OK think this wonderful plan of retribution was going to work out for her? I mean, this is criminal on so many levels. I would love to see two Karens fighting it out. The closet I have come is seeing a video on the news during lockdown with two women slapping each other over a few rolls of toilet paper. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.